and currently it's almost 6 a.m. I got up really early because I couldn't sleep. The baby woke me up at 3 and I haven't been able to sleep since, so I decided just to get up. I made myself some tea, Earl Grey decaf from Twine Collect, and I was itching to make this video because I had something to give my impressions and reflections on. So today I want to talk about my first week back to work. The thing I want to talk about today is the pros and cons that I was weighing on about returning back to work. Now my work, because of the financial crisis that COVID has imparted on them, did offer to let me extend my maternity leave for at least a few more months. I wasn't sure if that was the best decision for me. So on the negative side of returning back to work, I don't get to bond as much with my baby, which is a huge factor. And then secondly, I might have to interact with COVID. They definitely not only affect me, but my family and my baby especially. And I don't want her to be in a situation where she's sick or I can't nurse her. On the positive side of returning to work, it does give me a semblance of, my gosh, I'm interacting with someone besides my baby. The other thing is, with my job, you really have to do it in order to feel comfortable to keep doing it. If you leave the field for, let's say, 6 months, you might not feel as confident returning back to work. And confidence and knowing what's going on, what's up to date, is very important. Of course, there's the financial aspect. I haven't been making money for the past, I think, 3 months. Myself asking my husband, oh, do you mind if I transfer money from the joint account to pay more of the bills? Now, sidebar, me and my husband, we do keep separate accounts. And it has nothing to do with, oh, it's his money, it's my money. It just has to do with the ease of how we got together when we were established in life, and I had my own bills that I was paying for, and they were recurring on through my bank account, and he had the same thing. And so we didn't want to create one big bank account and change all those bills. So that being said, we have separate accounts, and so when I stopped getting paid, it was weird for me, because then I had to go to my husband and say, hey, I'm going to take this chunk of money that I used to pay for this credit card or that credit card. I'm going to need to take it from our joint account, which we don't carry much money in. We might carry like $1,000 in there. So it's definitely not enough for the bills that we have. Would allow me to pay those bills without needing to ask for money. And I want to preface with, my husband does not question me or anything when I'm like, I need this much money funneled into this account. After weighing these things, I decided with my husband, it's best to return back at part-time. And the reason I'm doing part-time is because my husband will be doing the caretaking with the rest of his PTO. So this can last for at least 2 months, because my husband took, I think, 2 days off the entire year. So I am working Tuesdays and Fridays, and he is working Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Baby is never with any strangers or any daycare center. You might ask, how do you nurse? Are you pumping? So I do pump a little bit to get her used to the bottle, because there was a point where she was refusing the bottle completely, and I need her to keep be able to continue to use the bottle for when I really do go back to work. Now, when I say that, what do you mean by really go back to work? So those Tuesdays and Fridays, I work from home in a separate room, the spare bedroom. I come out every 3 hours to nurse her. That was put into my schedule. I think at this point in time, this works well for me. Again, I've only done it for 1 week, so I don't know what the long-term situation is going to be, whether my work will continue letting me, whether I will feel overwhelmed. I also study a little bit, and try to keep updated because, like I said, things change. There's new guidelines. Now, I do want to take this time to also reflect back on my previous 4 months with her. I think this past 4 months have been amazing. I don't think this time is replaceable by anything. And I'm not just saying it because I have to say it. Like, I was laughing with my husband because, you know, we were saying what our lives would be like if we didn't get together and we didn't have baby Ara. And I was telling my husband, parents, I would go home to eat and my mom would pack me food, so I never really even shopped for groceries. You know, if I didn't have baby Ara, I think I'd be living in a house. I might fall into the gimmick of buying a Tesla. I would be going, well, there's COVID right now, but if there wasn't COVID, I would probably be going with my single girlfriends out on vacations, to Europe, to Disney World again with one of my girlfriends. I'd be sleeping 10 hours. But I think despite all of those, man, I think none of them match up to having my own baby. She's so cute, and that I'm so proud of her, and she amazes me every day with her growth. I have PTSD when going to sleep because I think, oh my gosh, is the baby okay? Past 4 months has also been a time of great learning for me. Not just in terms of, you know, my work and trying to keep up to date, but also, you know, I found some hobbies. So one of the hobbies is making meals. We try to meal prep the week before to make some meals that we haven't tried and are interested in trying. Some of them work, some of them don't. Just yesterday we did the Cheesecake Factory Thai chicken wrap with their avocado egg rolls. Turned out very well. The other thing is, you know, because the baby sleeps and I'm unable to sleep during these times because she constantly wakes up and it gives me like anxiety to go to sleep with her, at least during the day and at night too. I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos. A lot of moms who have recommendations. Some of them are so good that I'm like, my gosh, I get why this person has a YouTube channel. The other thing is, I started making my own YouTube channel. However, with the recent COVID situation, me not being able to go out, with a new baby who's so cute and I constantly want to document her life, I find myself wanting to post it online. I felt like it was a learning opportunity for me to learn how to edit these videos. And I'll be honest, I've really started enjoying it. It's something different from taking care of the baby. Something different from my typical work life. It has a lot of freedom to it. When I put a video up, I really want to put it up. I'm excited to put it up. So this is my thoughts of returning back to work and reflections on maternity leave.